coming up.
One of the things that people forget about is the transportation.
These guys are using technology to provide more environmentally sustainable housing and transportation. Not to mention, these are just cool. Coach Ardano gets our heart rate up by combining the battle ropes with the sled. Plus, we'll enjoy cooler weather, go over the benefits of moving on the sand, and learn when to drink these sports drinks. Hello and welcome to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie. We're at Treetops Park and we're going for a walk because the gyms are crowded. Let's be honest, if you're new year, new me, and you're back in the gym, it's crowded right now because lots of other people are doing the same thing. And that's fine. If you like going to the gym, regardless of how crowded it is, head on over and get your workout in. Me, I actually like to avoid the gym for a couple of weeks at the beginning of the new year and get outside, enjoy the beautiful nature and the weather that we get to have this time of year. Whether you're in Miami-Dade or Broward County, there are plenty of parks with trails, mountain bike trails, and even outdoor gyms that you can use and enjoy. Today, I'm just going for a walk, so come with me. And watch this. I'm inside Scooter Steve's once again. The last time you saw us here, we were with Marcus. We learned about the art and his journey. This time, we're going to talk about sustainable living and tech with two gentlemen, Al and Joachim. Let's go meet them outside. In fact, I think I'd get there faster with something like this. Woo! Hello, gentlemen. It's good to see you. So tell us, what am I looking at here? What is this?
This is a pretty like little house, but used from Foldum, and we are happy to be here in Wynwood with that.
And I'm here sitting on one of Scooter Steve's scooters, and
That's
you've got
right.
some scooters along with you as well, and a bicycle. Why do you have those here along with this beautiful piece of architecture?
That's kind of part of a bigger picture, and that is to have electric mobility in some sustainable living communities, right? So the bike that you're on is by Cake. That is an electric motorcycle, and these are scooters, kick scooters, and bikes. So we think that this is part of the future, if you will.
Is a lot of fun and looks like a lot of fun, but this serves a real purpose. So tell us about this Foldum. What is this and what purpose does it serve?
This is made for disaster, for houses which need to be rapidly built up in different places. It's fast and you can stay inside in a safety place.
Well, I'm on an electric bike, we've got an electric scooter, we've got another electric bike. What do you say we head inside, talk more about these fun toys and the purpose that they serve, as well as the benefits?
Terrific.
Let's do it.
Great.
We'll see you inside. Next up, we're going to visit a local company that is providing housing and transportation solutions that are eco-friendly. That way, we can not only provide housing for those in need, but we can also maintain the beauty of nature like this. We're inside now, the AC thankfully, and we are by a bunch of scooters of different sorts, as well as the bike that we saw outside. Before we get to them, let's do a quick recap of the Foldum. So that is sustainable. You can ship many of them at a time, and it's even insulated.
Yes, like you told, isolated, have a special painting that reduces the temperature inside by 20 degrees, and you can fold it up.
Right.
So you can transport 12 units in one container size to another place.
And one of your many goals is to create sustainable living communities and provide housing for people, but a part of that is also the transportation, which we're in front of now. How does this factor in?
When you have a community that's displaced because of a disaster, you have to provide not just the housing, right? You have to provide internet services. You have to provide the housing, of course. You have to provide air conditioning most of the time, especially in Florida. And one of the things that people forget about is the transportation. So we also have a product, which is Move IQ, to place whatever type of mobility is required for that area, and ideally electric.
Our Move IQ product, like Al mentioned right now, is a product what we install into condominiums with all necessary equipment. Electric charging station, like you see here in the back of us. Even when it's standing outside, it can run off the grid just with solar. You can recharge all the batteries of all the vehicles, what you see here, without that system.
Also that it is not just a solution, but it's a very affordable solution.
Yes,
Absolutely.
If people would like to learn more, how can they?
you can go over the webpage, urban-iq.plus, or just call our phone number, will be shown up later.
For now, it's right here at Scooter Steve's. You can come visit these guys. You can see it in person, check out the scooters, and it's almost as if they placed this green artwork here for these green solutions on purpose. Well, gentlemen, thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
It was a pleasure.
Appreciate it. Stay right there. Giordano has me pushing and pulling a sled, and we'll go over 7 veggies to help you lose weight when SoFlo Health returns. Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, and we're still inside of Treetops Park, where we've been avoiding the gym crowds and just going for a walk, enjoying the beautiful weather and the nature. Now, if you are in the gym, you may see what we've seen on the show before called battle ropes. And you may not know how to use them, or you might have seen a sled and not really sure what to do with the sled. Well, Giordano over at Legacy has combined the two for a great exercise. Back at Legacy in Fort Lauderdale with Giordano, and today we've got an exercise that's gonna probably cook my goose.
Yes, it is, yep.
What do we have here today?
So today we're gonna do pull, push, sled, right? What this does is builds the upper torso and also the core area. And when you push it, it's gonna help your hips, your glutes, your posterior chain fire up rapidly and make explosive athleticism as well.
Yeah, and for those of you that are newer to fitness, posterior chain means the back of your body, and your glutes, that's your butt.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got a long rope attached to a sled.
Yep.
What do I do first?
All right, so you're gonna squat down in the squat position. You're gonna put one hand on the rope, right? And we're gonna go hand over hand. As you pull, you are turning your obliques. There you go, activating those lats, yup, biceps, rear delts, core. That's where you feel it. There you go, all the way down. So now, once it gets up to here, we're gonna get in a lower position, right? We're gonna put our hands right on here. Okay. And we're gonna drive with all the force of the mighty gods. There we go. Yep, there you go, Hunter, get it.
Boy.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Good job, man.
All right.
Good job, bro.
Woo.
Nice.
All right, so I'm gonna pull this on the way back here, and while I do, tell me, who is this good for?
Okay, I got you. So this is good for all levels, beginners, experts, professionals, right? This builds tremendous athleticism on your back, on your core. It's good for everyone. This is great.
Yes. Now, this is difficult even for me. Can you scale this to anyone for any age?
Absolutely. All we have to do is just take off a couple of weights.
Oh, you didn't have to, but now that you did.
You know. Now you're gonna go even faster. Let's go. Come on, Hunter. Yeah. Good job. Yep.
That was certainly faster. Oh man.
Yep.
So if I'm feeling it correctly, first of all, my cardiovascular conditioning is being worked.
Yes.
Definitely feeling my glutes.
Yes.
And I'm making sure to maintain what we call an athletic position.
Absolutely.
You're down, you're low, you're tight. Not so tight that you're, but tight enough that you're nice and sturdy.
Exactly.
How many of these should someone do?
Well, typically what we do here in Legacy in Fort Lauderdale, we'll do a 2-minute interval, right? You and your partner are gonna have 2 minutes to get as many rounds as you can. Typically, that's all you really need to get the bang for your buck.
Has it been 2 minutes yet?
I don't think so.
All right,
Push the sled, Hunter.
I'm gonna go here. Giordano, tell us, if we're absolutely brand new to it, how many should we do? And if we've been doing this for a while, how many should we do? I know you said 2 minutes, but
yes.
expand.
So to emphasize, maybe you could do 3 sets if you're a beginner, maybe 2. If you're, more expert at working out, I will say 5 sets to 6 sets.
All right.
Or until you drop.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be me.
Yeah.
Giordano, is there anything else we need to know about this?
That's it. That's all you need to know about it. Great for athleticism, beginners, experts, everybody can do it.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Yep. There you go.
No days off, right?
That's it, man. Legacy in Fort Lauderdale. Come check us out. First session is free. Yes, sir. Let's go. Drive. Yeah.
One of the reasons people head out for a walk is to lose weight, and we're going to tell you about some vegetables that you might want to add to your diet for the new year to lose weight. So it's the new year and you're ready to make some changes, starting with losing weight and eating right. Let's start you off with 7 vegetables that will help you feel fuller while you eat healthier. Veggies tend to be weight loss friendly. Why? Most are low in calories and all offer filling fiber, which helps to tide you over and decrease those urges to snack. Plus, they help keep you feeling fuller for longer. Every vegetable has this quality, but some are better than others. Here are 7 vegetables that are particularly helpful for weight loss. Spinach. Spinach is considered a powerhouse vegetable per a report by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention that says it's strongly associated with a reduced risk of chronic diseases, including type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and some types of cancers. Enjoy spinach in a healthy green smoothie, in a salad, or as a side dish. Broccoli. Broccoli is a great way to get in some extra fiber. I like to roast broccoli that's tossed with extra virgin olive oil and spices. You can eat it as a side dish or make it part of the main dish by adding it to other vegetables or as a part of a stir fry. Spaghetti squash. Enjoy this winter squash anytime you can get your hands on it. It serves as an ideal low-calorie alternative to conventional spaghetti. A cup of cooked squash contains just 42 calories per the USDA nutrient database. It's also low in fat and provides fiber to help you stay fuller longer. Brussels sprouts. These cruciferous vegetables are loaded with fiber to help you feel full fast and stay satiated for a while. They're very low in calories but have the ability to make you feel less hungry after eating them. A cup of Brussels sprouts has just 38 calories per the USDA National Nutrient Database. It's really easy to roast Brussels in the oven with a drizzle of olive oil and a little salt and pepper for the perfect side dish to any protein. Green peas. With almost 9 grams of fiber per cup, green peas can help you meet your fiber goals and feel full with ease. Keep frozen green peas on hand to add bright green color to soups, puree into a pea pesto, or simply enjoy as a side dressed with olive oil, lemon, salt, and pepper. Find a healthy green pea soup recipe and you'll be like, chicken soup who? Cauliflower. This veggie contains just 27 calories per cup per the USDA National Nutrient Database. Like the rest on our list, it provides fiber, which helps to slow digestion and promote the feeling of fullness. Cauliflower is also fat-free, cholesterol-free, and low in sodium. It's also great for making a high-fiber pizza crust. Sweet potato. With a bit more fiber than white potatoes, sweet potatoes have a satisfying sweet flavor that plays well with foods like kale and black beans. My favorite way to enjoy sweet potatoes is to simply roast them with the skin on. After all, the skin is where a good amount of the veggie's filling fiber sits. You can also cook up sweet potato crusts, pizza, or sweet potato beet hash. So there you have it, 7 vegetables that will help you eat more and weigh less. Get yourself to the produce section today. Now here's the winner of our Goya Seasonings Greetings gift card giveaway contest. Our lucky winner is Maria de Los Angeles Alumina of Homestead. Congrats, Maria, and thank you to all of you who entered. And remember, if it's Goya, it has to be good. If you like walking or running on the sand, we have a few tips for you after the break on SoFlo Health. Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, taking a break from the walking at Treetops Park. I have a beautiful view behind me. And if you've been watching SoFlo Health for a long time, then you know we talk about walking a lot. In fact, we are today on this episode. But on a previous episode, Dr. Sam told us about the benefits of walking on the pavement versus walking on the sand. Well, if you decide to go walking or running on the sand, I have some techniques you may want to consider. On SoFlo Health, we talk about the benefits of going for a walk a lot. In fact, probably too much, but I've got a better option for you. Follow me. Hey, I said follow me. We're on the sand. In fact, on a previous episode of SoFlo Health, we talked to Dr. Sam about the benefits of walking on the sand versus walking on pavement. Well, first things first, for today, you won't need these, so get rid of them. All right, now that you've ditched your shoes, remember what the Urban Barefoot once told us, right here on SoFlo Health as well. This is a good time to actually grip the ground with your feet. And like Dr. Sam once told us, if you walk one direction on the sand, you'll definitely want to walk the same distance the other direction, because if you're on the beach, you're likely on some sort of a hill, incline, decline, and you want to make sure that you balance out the force that's being put on your hips. All right, let's get moving. As you get closer to the water, two things. That steep decline we were just talking about and the sand will also be firmer. So if you're using the beach as your source of sand and you want it to be more firm, go by the water. But remember, you have to compensate for that decline. If you're gonna use the powdery white sand, that's still a factor, just not as harsh, and you'll get more of an unstable surface, which will help you burn more calories and be softer when landing on your joints. Okay, but I've got two techniques that I want to show you to get some extra health benefits as well. So follow me again. Now, you may be wondering why I'm walking backwards, and that's because it's good for you. Specifically, it's extra good for your knees. Now, some cultures will even recommend that older people go for a walk backwards to increase the longevity of their knees. And we like that. So when you do go for a walk backwards on your knees, if you want to get some extra oomph in there while you're on the sand, squat down just a little bit, not very far, and kind of push away as you walk backwards instead of just walking backwards as you might normally. Okay, so walking backwards is great, but what if you don't want to walk backwards? What are some tips that you can do to walk forwards? Well, have you heard about the principle of walking or running head over foot? David Weck, the inventor of the Bosu ball, is a big proponent of head over foot. He calls this your spinal engine because when you're going head over foot, it's kind of like a piston going up and down, up and down. Here's a quick test. Stand up. Are you standing? Great. Now, if you're standing straight with your feet slightly apart to be stable and you start to lift one foot, you're gonna fall to that direction. Or the opposite, you'll lift your foot and your head will drift over your other foot to maintain your balance. You want the same principle while going for a walk or run. It's kind of like adding a little swagger to your step. So what that looks like walking towards you is head over foot, head over foot, head over foot, head over foot. It's like a little swagger, and you don't have to be so dramatic. I'm just doing so for demonstration. So if you want to use that in a run, it's the same concept, just at an increased speed. But we'll go over that in more detail in the future. Now, if you're all excited to go for a walk or a run on the sand, then there's a few things you need to know. So meet me by the water. So a couple things to keep in mind. Fortunately for you, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, Miami, most of the beaches here are pretty great for walking and running on. Things that you should be mindful of are sharp coral like this, or shells. This is actually a shell, not a coral. But be careful of those. If you're walking around, you should be fine most of the time. Be careful of broken glass or debris that is left out by unsavory folk. And of course, the sun. The sun's gonna be beating down on you, so make sure you're protecting yourself from it however you prefer to do so. We recommend that you use some sunscreen, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, enjoy it and get that walk on. If you decide to head out for a walk or a run, whether it's in the gym or in a park like we are today, you're probably going to need to stay hydrated. By probably, I mean you will, but you're probably going to drink one of these drinks that are in front of me here. Obviously, the easy one is water, but is that enough to just drink water? Or are these different drinks here just a fancy marketing scheme to get you to buy something else that just tastes good? Well, that's what we're gonna talk about. When it comes to sports drinks, some people think they're just a marketing scam to get people to buy something else. Other people swear by them and say that they improve performance to a level unknown. Well, we kind of do know because there have been a handful of studies and the majority of them have concluded that when you're participating in longer term activity, that drinking sports drinks actually does improve performance. And the reason that they improve performance is because your body is using glucose to keep you going. And most of these drinks have some high amount of carbohydrates in them. There are also drinks just like these without the carbs. And you say, well, what purpose do they serve? Well, a lot of these drinks also have electrolytes. The ones with the carbs have electrolytes, and then there are some without any carbs in case that's something you want to avoid for whatever reason, but they still have the electrolytes because you're also using up electrolytes for your body to send signals and you're sweating them out as well. And you need to replace those, and that comes from salt and sugar. Wait, salt and sugar, aren't those unhealthy? In the proper amounts, they do serve a purpose. And you don't just need salt, you also need magnesium, potassium, and other electrolytes as well, and that's what a lot of these drinks have. And then What about regular old water? Well, water will do the job, but you still need the electrolytes. So that's where one of these supplemental electrolyte packets might be helpful to you. As far as drinks like this one, which are just a flavored drink, yes, it may have a little bit more mineral content, but not enough necessarily to keep you hydrated in the sense of having the right amount of electrolytes and fluid. Because after all, being hydrated isn't just the fluid aspect, it's also the electrolytes. And finally, Pedialyte. It's the go-to for rehydration, for hangover cures, for helping with kids. They have adult versions as well. And if you read the back of it, you'll see that there's about 25 grams of sugar in it and 1,000 milligrams of sodium. And that's because the purpose is to replenish those electrolytes. Okay, that's all. Whether you go on a walk, a run, play some sports, or you hit the gym, know what you're putting into your body and put it there for a reason. Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, and one of my favorite parts about being in parks like Treetops, where we are today, is that there's little lookouts and marshes and natural areas for you to be able to observe the local wildlife, like I am right now. Take a look. We've got a little soft-shell friend, some invasive turtles, and catfish that you might not be able to see as well. Whether they're native species or invasive, I like to see animals in the wild doing their thing, but hopefully the invasive species leave our locals alone, because after all, that's why we have these protected areas, is to maintain the locals that have been here since before we were here. And although I did talk a lot about walking and avoiding the gym today, I'm still gonna hit the gym at some point, probably soon. That's all we have for this week's episode of SoFlo Health. Thank you so much for watching. As always, you can watch previous episodes on SoFloShows.com. You can follow us using @SoFloHealth to share with us what you're doing to stay healthy. Until next week, it's goodbye and good health. See you guys.
Next week on SoFlo Health, we'll have fun with fitness gadgets that are not a gimmick. Coach Dan will teach us what they're for, who they're for, and how to make the most of them. Plus, the Wok Star is back with a healthy dish to ring in the Chinese New Year. It's all right here next week on SoFlo Health. We'll see you then.